Ever wonder what it actually looks like to plan a wedding with structure instead of chaos? Today, I'm showing you the behind the scenes of the toolkit that I actually use with real brides to help them feel calm, organized, and in control of their wedding. Most brides are drowning in checklists, inspiration boards, and advice from everyone under the sun. But the problem is, none of these actually tell you what to do next. This is why I use my toolkit, and I want to show you how I use this when working with real brides. So instead of 15 different notes apps, spreadsheets, and sticky notes, you've got a master system that holds it all. You can adjust the times in your wedding day timeline. You can move around the tables on your floor plan and even assign tasks to other people so nothing falls through the cracks. So when we are working with clients, we use the CRM to collaborate with them. This is essentially a project management system for our wedding planning client. And although you could go get this on your own, we have already built systems, templates, processes. Since you're only going to do your own wedding, then it just helps all of our clients to not have to reinvent the wheel. So there's a full checklist, and every client gets access to all of these tabs that you can see: checklist, timeline, design studio, guests, where they can RSVP, layout, and seating, which is where they can create their own floor plan, contacts for your vendors, budget, where they can build their own budget, and notes for just general information. And so essentially, this checklist allows the clients to go through and make sure they've done all the things that they need to do for their wedding day. We can see what they're working on. We can still collaborate. There's a lot of transparency in this. And then that way, we're all working together under one roof. If they're in more of a full service package, they can still come in here and do this, but our team would be doing the heavy lifting. And then one of the things that I really like is all of the planning partners are in here. You can assign tasks to anyone that's a planning partner. So it could be you and your groom or vice versa, the planning team. And let's say your mom is helping. We can add mom and you can assign things there too. So this is really cool. And then you can see when they check it off, you can assign dates to it. I really like this as an accountability option. This timeline, so every timeline is very different for every client. So our team starts with a draft template that we use, and then we update it according to the client's specific needs. So it's got everything from rehearsal day, from when your venue opens, your hair and makeup schedule, and I can show you a real client timeline. But these are all things that really help us make sure that we're covering all of the bases. So this is a real client's timeline that we did recently. We put all the important information, our contact information, the venue information, the number of guests, and then parking for vendors and where the bride and groom will be, rehearsal, and then rehearsal dinner or rehearsal brunch for this client. And then when rentals are going to be arriving. And then any notes for vendors are in color when the venue opens. So now the vendors know when they can arrive. My favorite part is the hair and makeup schedule, because this will make or break your wedding day. If you don't have this mapped out and you don't stick to the schedule and you don't buffer time before and after, then this could really allow things to fall behind. We put our vendors' contact information in here and in contacts, and what they're bringing, what they're going to be helping with, what we will be doing. Again, important things are in color or bolded. And so this just covers all the things. It takes you through the entire day, through transportation. This is for the welcome when guests were arriving for the ceremony. They had champagne on arrival. And again, more important notes, the songs, and who's walking in, who's walking out. So we really try to break down everything, even down to our vendor meals, just to make sure we're all on the up and up. If things are not confirmed with whoever the vendor is, this was with catering, so we leave it there. So on the day that we can make sure we can confirm it with them during that time. If it's something like this, what time will late night bites be available? That's something like no big deal. But if it's something more important, what time is dinner? You have to know that before the wedding day starts. These also remind us to stay on top of vendors when there's just so many moving parts. Did a really good job of helping us understand her vision. Obviously, there's a lot of photos here. So as we got closer, we got more clear. And so she had one that was specific to her vision. So this is what it ended up being. Also have a guest list as well. So you can keep up with the RSVPs as they come in. So it's just a really helpful tool to understand, list they're on, has the information been sent out? Are they coming to both events and any other events that you may have? And then here is the layout. This is an example of her using this feature. And so if you have different tables and people at different spaces, this is super helpful. This is one of my favorite parts, contacts. So it's so easy for us to add in contacts and keep up with who your vendors are. All of them that are in gold, they are booked. And the ones that are not in gold, they are still being considered or they're just not going to be booked. So I always add in the client's contract from that vendor. So I can keep everything in one place and any specific notes as well. So, and the other helpful one is if you are keeping up with your budget, which I absolutely recommend, you can update that here. This is a sample, so these are not real numbers. Everyone's wedding is completely different, but you can see where you estimated 47,000, and this is the difference between what they spent and what they got. And another favorite feature of mine are notes. So every client gets this tab where we add in important dates for you so we can all be on the same page. We add in how to use this platform. I have a video just like this explaining to them how to use it. We add in a resource that talks about different resources, a resource guide of life while planning your wedding. And then we add in like actual planning services so it's always handy and you don't have to keep going back to your contract. If you are loving how clear this feels, I've got two options for you. If you're DIYing your wedding, grab the free Confident Bride Kickoff Guide linked below, and you can confidently start to plan your wedding. If you choose to work with our team directly, this is the exact platform that we use to work with real brides. It means you're going to get professional support in a professional system, and you never feel like you have to figure it out on your own. Whether you stick with the free kickoff guide, decide to work with us directly, processes are meant to give you peace of mind no matter which option you choose. Links are below so you can grab the option that fits you best. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.